My business honor. My business honor. My business honor. Put the work inside my granny house. Put that work inside my granny house. Put the work inside my granny house. Brought a plug, I heard it was in drought. Try to play me, gotta clean them out. My bitch designer, she designer, I'm a sponsor. My bitch designer. My bitch designer. My bitch designer. My bitch designer. She fit my persona. My bitch designer. Fit my persona. My big conceited. My whip conceited.
Yo, what up? I'm here with Yo Mazzy. We're gonna talk some shit about life. First off, just tell them what you were doing the last couple of days.
Last couple of days, I've just been just locked away recording. Really, like I try to get as much recording as possible. I guess it's just like getting reps in.
Right.
So anytime I find a studio, I just try to, just lock in and just record myself and just see what I could come up with, because it's just a lot better to be creative when you're just by yourself. You don't have like anyone influencing or polluting your like thought process of what you're gonna do.
Yeah.
And so anytime I find any alone time, especially out here in Fort Collins, when I come from Denver, I just lock in, just get to work.
Facts. That's where like a good like knowledge base of mixing and kind of engineering your own shit comes in handy, because like all it takes is like a laptop and a mic and you can make a song.
Literally,
easy.
You can get a plaque, but it's just, I guess it's all about initiative. If you have the initiative to like want to do something, you'll learn to do it. And part of the reason why I started mixing myself was just because every time I would go to like studio sessions, people weren't giving me the sound that I wanted, but then they were trying to make me feel crazy because I knew it could sound better. And so people would try to like throw it on me like, hey, it could be just your performance or whatever. And I'm like, no, I know it's not that. And so pretty much just YouTube my way into it.
Anything ever.
Literally, just YouTube. We are the luckiest generation ever, because like we literally have an instructor on
the university.
Literally, the
YouTube.
University of YouTube. I am a graduate. I got a doctor's degree.
Right. What is it, Gen Z? Yeah, that's what Gen Z is. University of YouTube.
Literally, I've taught myself how to drive stick, motorcycles, record, make jewelry, all types of stuff. Just
I used to
like
fix my Xboxes and shit, like take them bitches apart, like clean the
used to do my
my
iPhones. I used to jailbreak them, do the screens and shit. So it was really just YouTube, and I guess just putting in the initiative. And I'm a very hands-on type of person, and it's just a lot better to just, I guess, just do everything yourself, because like you're the only person that can see the vision that you want, and no one's really gonna put that initiative unless you're paying them a lot of money.
Facts. Yeah, bro. I do think there's some value in like fucking with different engineers and shit. Like that's a great way to develop as an artist, at least if they're like super talented and like have their reps.
Yeah.
They've been recording like popping artists. Like I feel like Mixed with Ali, like if you got in a studio with Mixed with Ali, like
or
that'd be
Mike Dean
tight.
or Rick Rubin,
right?
All those
Rick
guys.
Rubin, yeah, they'd be like.
But don't get it wrong, we got a couple people in the city that are certified. We got Dumpy, for example. He's also like interned under Mike Dean and stuff like that. That's the only one of the only two people that really gets to touch my music. And then we got Nick Pelk, aka Augmented Reality, and that's the other goat. Like anyone in Denver that's a engineer somewhere goes to him to learn. And this dude has one of the best setups ever, but it's all in his house, and it's just through the passion. Like he has all the money he needs. He doesn't have to do any other job, so he just likes to record people, and he does it for $40. So the value of that and the amount of people that he's recorded, from Lil Wayne to Gucci to Vince Staples.
Right.
All
He got
those
his
guys.
reps.
Yeah, he got his reps, and then he makes it so easy to go in there. Like I can go in to a session with him, record a song, get it mixed in, like record the whole song in 15 minutes, and just sit for like 25 and get it like mixed and mastered.
Facts. That's always handy,
beautiful.
bro. Yeah, it's just like
But when you go around people that kind of don't know what they're doing, or like they don't have like what you're looking for, it's kind of discouraging, especially for me. Like I'm the kind of person, I'm a perfectionist.
Facts.
And I'm kind of really hard about like certain things, especially when it comes to music. So when someone isn't giving me what I want, I kind of just get discouraged. I don't even want to make music.
And it might even like deter your opinion on your own shit. Like
Exactly.
you're like, is this even heat? This sounds all kind of
Literally.
fucked up.
You know,
like,
we deal with
like,
mental
wait a minute, hold
conspiracies
up.
daily,
Yeah.
bro. Especially as artists, every day we're fighting some type of bullshit, anxiety, all types of bullshit. But
Releasing that last album, I was like, damn, I kind of like understood Kanye's like pushbacks. Like, I was like, I probably pushed it back like 3 times, and there's always like some extra shit, and you're like, damn, I'm last minute. Like, should this song even be 4th?
Exactly.
Maybe it should be 7th. I'm like,
Sequencing
bruh, come on,
sequencing
dog,
is
just
important,
fucking just
and we'll get
fucking
into
drop
that,
it.
and
Just
we'll
drop
definitely
it.
get into that. But like even with the like the series that I've been running right now, like this little run that I've been doing for the past like 2 years, was all because I had so much music recorded, but just too much anxiety from like for releasing it, you know, like
Gotcha.
I was like it doesn't sound good enough, I need to fix this, I need to fix that, and so it was just like hindering me from like really putting out music, to the point where people were like, we don't even know if you make music, you feel me?
Right.
My friends are like, bro, like we
You
don't know,
hoarding
like you're
music,
playing,
my
yeah
guy.
And so pretty much 2019 I wrote a big ass statement, and letting people know what the fuck I'm about to be doing for the next 2 years. And I was just
Right.
like, I just want to be releasing consistent music. I'm not about to sit here and worry about a damn thing. Like if we gotta release, we gotta release. Like any tape, like right now that I've been releasing, I don't care if certain shit ain't done or whatever, or certain shit ain't been tweaked. I just put it out.
Someone's gonna fuck with it.
Yeah,
you know
someone's
what I'm
gonna
saying?
fuck with it. You know, it's
And
good
if they
enough.
don't, they're just be like, word, they're gonna
Yeah.
keep it pushing.
As
you know
long
what I'm
as it's
saying? They'll fuck with the
90%
next
done,
one, yeah.
you'll be good.
Sure.
Sometimes we want 120% as artists, but that's not, you know,
Right.
it's not really plausible for people like us, especially if you don't have the funds to continuously go to the studio and tweak every little word and move things around.
Facts, yeah. Gets taxed in them studio hours.
It's taxed up. Like I was telling somebody, like what, 40 hours for $100 an hour. You feel me? Just to work on one project, you're putting down like 4,000.
Right.
Just for that, and that's not no videos. That's not cover art.
That's not your business side. Yeah,
that's not all the other.
The
shit
business
that you
side
gotta
gets
do.
slept on. I've even been sleeping on the promoting side. Like, I wanted to drop my album on a certain date, and then I was like, I didn't think of the whole rollout to it. And
Yeah.
then like, damn, it's like you gotta have that
And the
that
thing
plan
I'm
for
missing
it.
right now is like, and I feel like a lot of us are missing, is like videos with our rollouts.
Right.
That really. Like it really translate a lot better with an audience that doesn't know you, because it gives them a vision, an aesthetic of who you are, and it kind of gives them a vision of the song. If sometimes you just put the song out and there's no visuals or nothing, a lot of people, you don't understand how much things go over people's heads.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
from cover art to all that. So all this stuff that we put in, if we don't have a visualizer for people to see and digest that information, a lot of people are just not gonna connect with it the way that we want them to.
Especially in like a fast like
Right now,
dopamine.
right now, like
environment. Sing.
our-
Like,
literally,
that shit's not looking.
our attention's
flame
like
up,
10
yeah.
seconds now. You
If
feel
that,
me? Like
if
literally
that,
10
yeah.
seconds. If you can't get someone's attention in 10 seconds, you lost them.
That's crazy, yeah.
And so-
TikTok era shit.
Yeah,
It's like
TikTok era.
vertical videos, yo, are low key dummies slept on. Especially as like a
Yeah.
fucking tall motherfucker. In a vertical video,
I
like that's
seen one of
swagged
those,
out,
bro.
yeah.
I seen one of those. I seen an artist from I think AC showed me a couple.
the whole music video.
The whole music video, and
That's
he's
tight.
shooting. It's like he's from Cali. No matter of fact, it was my homie Gabe from our clothing brand. He showed me this guy that he was working with. I forget his name. Great rapper.
Right.
In the music video was great, super simple. They were just riding around LA. He basic out the window shots,
Yeah.
but it was just like
Vertical,
a vertical
yeah,
video,
that's
and I was
it.
like,
Yeah,
I've
that's
never
it.
seen that,
Yeah,
but it was fire. It was really fire, man. But I don't know. Right now, it's hard to be what do you call it? Like it's really hard to be unique.
Right.
Like
yeah.
even if like you've ever had ideas that you had in your head, and then you're like scrolling through the internet, and then you see someone do the same idea, and you're like, damn,
Right,
I missed
yeah.
out.
Bro, I got a projector, right? I copped a projector. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna fucking like overlay like some steezy shit on me, and then like my homie literally did it.
Did the
I was
same
like,
thing?
fuck, I'm gonna fucking.
It sucks when it's the homie
The
because you
projector's in
definitely
the
can't
box.
do it.
The projector's still in the box, bro. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, my homie.
I can still do it, but fuck.
It just
bro. I
feels
was
like nah,
damn,
dude, you gotta
son,
just
fuck.
throw it away now.
It's
You gotta
crazy.
give it back.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, that's fire. So what kind of projects you got going? Like what's your plan for the next year here?
So I'm thinking like the mass exodus of all the shit that's just like here and there on the computer, like drop kind of like a mixtape sort of. It's all original shit, so it's not
Yeah.
really like a mixtape, but like It's not like it's
EP
like it doesn't have like a crazy like concept to it. It's just like a bunch of bangers, all steezed it together with like some interludes and shit. But right now I'm in like visual representation mode and like trying to like absorb culture to have inspiration to write about. Yeah. That's why I'm trying to fucking travel. So like traveling, moving to LA in June. And then
LA boys, June skis.
You already know. Is that when you're trying to get out there?
That's what I'm going out there. I'm going to Colombia.
What's the move? You got a crib?
Yeah. All right. So right now, I got offered a little deal through a company I don't want to really say, but they're one of the major companies through some people that I met in a studio. I told them to give me a year. So they asked me last June. I told them to give me a year so I can be able to build up leverage. And how I'm trying to build up my leverage is get my streams back up. I'm trying to get every platform like to look the same. Right. From Instagram
and aesthetic across
everything look the same. All the numbers look the same. You feel me? Like right now, since I dropped that project on SoundCloud, because I always drop my projects 2 weeks on SoundCloud before I drop them on anything else, so I can get the traffic at SoundCloud. So right now I'm pulling in about 3,500 weekly.
Hell yeah.
So just off SoundCloud, you know, and no one's using
SoundCloud will like algorithm, you know what I'm saying? Like, it'll send it out, like it'll do its thing.
But that's all from the people that I know, pretty much just sharing and showing love. Yeah. And so
I've seen some fools bumping your shit religiously, like
it's fun, bro.
I got plays on your
shit. I got people like listen to my shit like 2,000 times. I'm like, that's beautiful. Like,
honestly, like reading the like Spotify artist numbers and like the analytics to your shit, it's kind of like, damn, maybe we onto something. Like, it's like motherfuckers in Taiwan are bumping my shit.
Bro,
like, what the fuck?
Australia's one of my biggest.
Australia,
So it goes like the places that I've been, and this shows like how much like face to face really works out for me or a lot of people. Cause like my biggest streaming cities are the cities that I'm like always at. You know, Fort Collins, Denver, Cali. Florida, and then my fifth one is Australia, and I'm not in Australia, but I have a bigger fan base.
Be out there. We gonna be out there.
Well, I got 4 shows set up out there. We're just waiting on them to open up so we can just.
Oh right, it's still lockdown season. They just got off of it, right? So they're like,
no, they're still in it.
Let's see,
they're still in it right now, and they're one of the like.
They're not fucking around,
They're one of the strictest countries.
It's a company too.
Pretty much a company, but so we were trying to do that, man, and I'm just trying to build leverage by coming through polish myself. You feel me? Because like I really don't want to go over there and get 360. I want to get something fire. If I could get a distribution deal, or even if I can be a writer.
Cats need to understand like the way I present myself as an artist. Be like, listen, I've like created a community of people who want to like talk about like real topics like mental health and like fitness and shit, and I'm a fucking 6'8", you're a big ass 6'6" ass steezy motherfucker. Like we do all this shit, we be hooping and shit. We're a whole package. You know what I'm saying? It's not just like
It's literally it's just a way for us to express ourselves.
Right.
It's just one avenue, because then again, I do clothes, I do jewelry, I be drawing, I do whatever I can to like really express myself in different ways and different outlets. And so like I don't know, man, like it's just with the music though, I just really want to come through and like, because these labels don't know who the fuck you are first off, and they don't give a fuck. You feel me? So you're coming over there.
You gotta have like a cold, like at least 10K on, whatever, all the fucking like Insta and shit. Like, all that, they'll be like, like giving you.
Or you're gonna get finessed
like that,
because they're seeing it as like, okay, think about it as like, cause we're walking corporations.
Right.
So like if you LLC'd your name, I LLC'd my name, which we've done, and for Lions Den and all that and our little labels, we're walking corporations. So we're walking into these labels pretty much looking for investors. And that's really what that deal is. It's an investment that they're looking to recuperate, and they're trying to get some type of money off of it, hopefully more than what they put in. So when you go in there as a business and you don't have your fucking spreadsheet on point, you don't got all your shit on point, and you're not showing them what you've done with what you have and why their investment will come back to them and how you can recuperate that for them, they're not gonna give a fuck. They're gonna look at you stupid. You feel me?
I'll be thinking about that in regards to like, what if you were to just find a motherfucker that believed in you? Like, there's a lot of people in LA and New York and shit. Like obviously, but like exactly.
It's the Cinderella story
like,
for men.
You're just on set. You're just like working on a film set or something. You're like just explaining your dreams, and someone's just like, I fuck with you.
And I be
like,
let
me see where you're going.
I be thinking like that, man. And I've been.
That's hopeful thinking, but like reps is as you said, like, bro, just put
As
the
a-
reps in. If you got the reps in, your shit's gonna
As
just
men-
gradually fucking.
As men, bro, ain't no one gonna save us. You know, it's
Right.
always for us is what can you do for us, not what can we do for you type
Right.
shit. So we have to always come through with that leverage. We always have to make sure like we come through and people like we're useful.
Yeah.
If you're not useful, people don't want to be around. And that just goes from business to friends to family. Even if you had a son or a
Right.
kid,
Just making people feel comfortable.
Yeah,
Even,
if you're not useful, you're not handling business. People aren't gonna fuck with you. It's only
Right.
It literally takes about 2 to 6 months of being broke to lose all your relationships.
It's like, why would a motherfucker like? Yeah, exactly. Right.
You get me? Like, if we're being realistic, so when you go in there, you better go in there like knowing what the fuck you're doing, and you better go in there like, you know, like telling them like this is what you guys are like. Always appeal to people's like self-interest.
Right.
That's-
Gas them up. Yeah. Facts.
Always,
Yeah.
and especially
Gas
these
'em.
companies, you gotta appeal to their self-interest, and what's their self-interest is they're trying to make money. They want to make as much as possible, so you gotta come through and you're like, listen, you don't gotta. I don't need a studio. I don't need
Exactly, yeah.
writers.
That's
I don't
good
need
shit, yeah.
I don't need no development. I've already been doing this for a while, and that's why putting in this repetition right now is because like. When I run into like Jay-Z, because like I talked to AC and a lot of my friends before 2019, and I was like, my plan is to make 100 songs a year, and that was my
Solid.
plan. Now I'm surpassing that. I'm doing 250, 300 a year because I'm recording 4 songs a day as much as possible whenever I get in there. Sometimes I'm recording 10. It just really depends. Like I just streamlined the whole process to where I could just keep recording and have all types of vibe. And this goes for example, if you meet Jay-Z and he's like, show me 10 good songs.
Right.
And you show him one song, you blew it. Okay? Then if you show him 10 good songs, you might have got your foot in the door. If you could show him 100 good songs,
Yeah.
or 100 great songs, you
He's
just
like,
sealed your
alright.
destiny. You feel
might
me?
be on the up
yeah,
slope
and
here,
that's
yeah.
how I'm seeing it. I just want to be able to like when I sit down there, I'm like, y'all better be ready for like a 3-hour sessions of me just showing
I
you
think
my
about
music.
that with like better have some shit like, all right, then spit some.
Yeah.
It's like, you better, well, let me like, it's like Jay-Z and you're like, he tells you to spit something and got
If
like
Jay-Z
a fat
told me to spit
acapella.
something, I'll do it. But anybody else, anytime I've had people ask me to spit something, I feel
like,
like it's disrespectful
right,
to me.
yeah, it's
you
like-
know, it's like you think I'm a fucking pony or something, like a fucking circus
Like, you gonna
animal.
pay me
Yeah,
or what?
Like
Like,
go listen to my
book me,
music,
my guy.
put the time in, and really see how it's supposed to be heard. Because
Wait till we in the cypher and just watch the shit.
But
in
I'll
action,
freestyle
you know what
with the
I'm
homies
saying?
and shit like
yeah.
that. But honestly, we have to hold ourselves to a higher standard. Like if people are, if you're jumping every time someone tells you to jump, they're not gonna respect you. You know, and so I feel like, for example, like I seen Uzi when he was like first coming up. They told him to do a freestyle for one of the New York
Ebro or whatever.
Yeah, Ebro, and he was like, no, I'm not doing
That
it.
interview was funny.
Yeah, it was so
funny
awkward.
as
And he was
fuck,
like, no, I'm not doing it. And he's like, why? He's like, because I'm a rock star. Like, I'm not
I
about
used to like
freestyle.
get kind of like be like, what the fuck, like fools like being like, don't give me that boom bap ass beat, blah blah. And then
Don't
I'm like,
matter.
bro, completely understandable
like,
though. You know what I'm saying? It's
it-
like that's not my vibe.
Yeah.
And then like some of them like kind of grew into their like selves and became way more chill. Like
And honestly, I just felt like that.
like
move right
Yachty,
there- yeah.
like Yachty's super chill.
Yeah,
like, that
he's-
dude's
because
chill,
once
yeah.
you get to that money,
You're like,
you get,
alright,
and you
bro,
get that,
whatever.
you know, the validation. You don't really need much. You're
He's
like,
just chilling.
I'm Yachty,
You know what I'm saying? He's like, what?
I'm Yachty, but people like me right now, like I'm really like my heart is on my sleeve because like I feel like I'm not getting the respect that I deserve.
That vulnerability makes motherfuckers fuck with you too.
You feel me?
For sure.
And that's why I've been vulnerable as shit. Like R&B right now is like the best thing I like writing because it's like you can be super vulnerable. And
Right.
it's like
There's a lot of like angst in melody, you know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Like,
and
you
like
can really
I could
show
talk
some
about
shit,
different
yeah.
things, and like the thing is like we can all talk about being broke or chasing dreams and all that, but
We're all broke and all chasing
we
dreams,
all are.
like motherfucking
Like we
shit.
all are. Even if I had
Manifest your
100,000,
shit.
even if I had 100,000, dude, like I'm gonna be like, yo, I'm broke because like
Right.
I haven't bought my mom a house, I haven't bought my dad a house, I haven't done things to like really change the world. Just because you're comfortable doesn't mean that you're rich, and that's what people misunderstand.
I'd be scared of like success within a certain timing or like not success within a certain timing.
Yeah.
I feel like that shit kind of like plagues my ass.
But one thing like I had to think
why
about
aren't I
with
further
that,
type shit, you
yeah,
know what I'm
one thing
saying?
I
But it's
thought about
like-
is like I just when I shared that Jay-Z shit earlier too is like your time is different. Like our time and experience is like our roads are different.
Right.
You know, like if just cause you pop in a week don't mean that's gonna happen to me. It might take 10 years for me. You feel me? And so like it's
like
just
Griselda and shit. We were
Yeah.
talking about that in the Psy one.
Yeah.
They're like 40.
yeah, and so like it really doesn't matter. I feel like really like time only matters to us. It's like time really doesn't exist. It just it's just only us tracking what
just
we have to do.
You know, just
be, do you, and be at the right place at the right time, and that's all I've been trying.
If you're moving right, like you'll end up, bro. Like being in LA for that 1 week, it was like crazy how much. That was when I was like, bro, I need to be out here.
Yeah.
I was like, and then I was like sandy toes looking at the Malibu beach sunset, and I was like, bro. I was like, if I was just like laid up, like with wine, booed up on this beach, like I could not think of anything in the world better.
Dude, my son used to live out there, so I used to be out there wilding all the time. And I just go out there and just like literally take walks and shit and just see it, because it reminds me of Egypt. You know, like I used to live in Egypt, so like it looks very similar. Like it's the same type of shit. Like
I wanted to ask about your upbringing and shit. Hold on, let me check and make sure this shit.
Yes, sir.
Where are we at? Fucking good enough. Bet. But yeah, when did you move here?
So I moved to America 2004 January 14th from Cairo, Egypt. Moved to Des Moines, Iowa.
So you're like 8 or what?
Yeah, I was like 8 or 9 in between that. And so I moved there because my older sister lived there, and my mom just wanted to take us to America, and she like missed her older daughter, so she was like, let's move to America. Right. My sister sponsored us because you need to get sponsored. Someone that lives there, and then they send you out to that. To wherever your sponsor lives, and it happened to be in Iowa, which was super trash because you're coming from like Cairo. Cairo's
bro,
like,
it's sick here.
It's like the Arab New York city. You
feel
me? Always people around. The city's always moving. It's an old city, and then like I'm thinking, America's like in my head, America was just what I saw in the movie. Like America's the best marketing company in the world. You feel me? Like I literally thought all of America was New York, Cali, and Florida.
Facts,
so I thought like as soon as I get here, I'm either gonna be where Home Alone was or or where Boys in the Hood was. I was like, either one, I'm happy with it. Like let's see, let's get it. Came through Des Moines, Iowa. It was fucking snowy as shit, and like
is there a bunch of people there? Is that
a bunch of people. It's
just like boo boo. Like
it's super boo boo because it's like a racist town. It's like a racist state. It's very like,
Iowa. Like, it just sounds
super
like,
racist, and then like
you're like, what the fuck?
They bring all these like, so America has this thing where like these programs where cities can like pretty much fill out that they want immigrant requests, so they could fill out
diversify.
That's what they tell you, but it's really for people to work in companies that they don't citizens don't want to work at. You know, like Swift. Tyson, all that.
There's hella Somalian cats at the JBS, bro.
That's why.
Hella,
because those companies get an incentive for getting
diversifying.
Diversifying and getting immigrants to work with them, and then they can take advantage of them and all types of bullshit. But that's what it is. So they want a labor force, and so a lot of these cities like Minneapolis and a lot of these cities in the Midwest. And just all over, because like the outskirts cities and states are pretty much filled up. You know, Cali and all that, they already have too much immigrants.
There's no. My brother was talking about all the open space when he got back to Colorado, like all in between the apartments and shit. Like they'd never had that in LA. It'd be a fucking building.
When you go to LA and you're in downtown, bro, it looks like Inception. Just a bunch of buildings. It's buildings upon buildings. I just like it literally makes me feel like, I don't know, queasy in a way. I'm just like, yo, that's too many buildings.
I was skating around downtown LA. It's definitely a vibe.
It's a bro.
So, and then it'll just be someone smoking crack like on the step. You know, like nice, like whatever.
And the homeless people out there are fucking savages. They're savages. They go crazy. Yeah. And that's why I just be trying to respect, any
I
city
feel so bad for like, bro, honestly, like females. Like you gotta walk around, like be scared all the time. That's so bullshit, bro. That's so fucked up.
I kind of be like spooked a little bit walking around. Like if
I'm
anywhere by myself,
you're like a $130, like
you feel me,
girl. That's
so
fucked
women,
up, bro.
I completely,
like New York, bro, the subway and shit. Oh,
bro, imagine New York in the '90s with no cameras.
Crazy.
Oh yeah, nuts. It was like Gotham.
Bro.
Literally,
everyone's getting thrown into this fucking,
I was watching a story about a graffiti artist and how he died, and his family didn't even know he got stabbed and killed in a robbery for like 2 to 3 months.
Damn.
Until they went and identified him, and he was just dead for 3 months. He just got stabbed on the way home.
Oh, you gotta look at your 3-month dead son. That's some bullshit.
And he's just like a graffiti artist. Like he's really like he was a well-known graffiti artist. So at nighttime he'd be out in New York, tagging and shit. And then got pulled up on, stabbed, died, and no one figured it out for 3 months. That's crazy. But that's probably why the reason New York and Chicago and those bigger cities are some of the most surveilled cities in the world.
Right.
You know, like,
and it's still the most like active on some shit like that.
Yeah, and they're still.
It's
active.
not gonna. You know,
I don't know. Even in New York, why would you be doing crime? Because like every corner has like 5 to 6 cameras.
Bro, and then they're gonna get on this facial recognition shit soon.
They're already on it.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
no, but
you're
Cali,
just outside. It's gonna be like, boom, and then they just send them to your
Chicago
ass.
and New York been had that system running.
China's
since
all the way on it. They
since
like
2007
rating your like good citizenness.
Yeah.
It's like you've been like awarded citizen points.
That's
for
scary,
like you gave someone like $1. You like helped a lady across the street type.
Yeah,
shit.
that's scary.
That's like some fucking Black Mirror shit,
bro.
You know?
We are living in Black Mirror. You feel me? Like it's you just don't really find out about it. Like there's so
right.
much
It's just
shit
slowly.
happening.
It's gradual.
Yeah.
I feel like this metaverse shit is getting buck wild.
Of course.
Like fools are like already all the way in there. It's like Sims. You can like just like.
Yeah, bro. People have
weird.
condos and shit in the metaverse or stuff.
Like chilling.
Shit. Like this company.
They're just sitting VR like in their condo.
And they hang up all the NFTs that they buy and shit.
Just metaverse phone.
Literally.
That's when shit's gonna be bad.
Nuts.
You're scrolling on your metaverse phone.
And it's so nuts, bro. And it's I don't know right now. Like we're at a weird time. Like it's like such a.
I
weird
feel like
time
we're on the
for us.
verge of some like understanding. Like honestly,
I hope so.
Like within like the next 10 piece, some sort of there's gonna be like I don't know.
I hope so.
A degree of understanding to where it'd be like, yo, everyone is kind of like getting put through the ringer, and we just need to like work on this shit together.
I hope so. But America has like a crazy like I don't know. They're hypnotizing all the fucking citizens.
It was so bad like a couple years ago, bro. It was like it's still
so
fucking
scared,
so
bro.
buck.
I was always checking the news.
Like,
always
bruh,
like,
Civil War. We were on the verge of Civil War.
Yeah, we really were
for sure.
We really were, and shit was kind of crazy, bro. But even now, like I'm not as like anxious about shit no more. Like I haven't checked the fucking news since homeboy got out of fucking office.
Right.
But still, man, like so much shit's happening right now. Even like if
this Russia shit, bro.
Russia,
not chill.
China,
I'm not having that.
Bro,
draft
Russia,
season,
China,
my
like,
guy.
all this shit, bro.
They just like passed a law where like draft season is back in session.
Yeah, I'm going to jail though.
Facts, yeah.
And I got dual citizenship, so I'm back in Cairo. Like, what is he talking about? As soon as shit get weird here in America, I'm gone.
Facts.
You feel me? Like, I love America, but it's
bro, I was in Mexico when the draft happened. You're just chilling down there,
like,
sandy toes. You're like, what?
I'm in Egypt. I'm not coming back.
My phone was off. My phone was off
for
the draft.
They're gonna have to take me.
Straight.
They gonna have to take me.
Death or like a set, a set. What are you gonna get? A 7-piece, bro?
I don't really want to fight.
Whatever.
I don't really want to fight nobody's war, man.
Death, like,
and that's bullshit. Like I really don't want to fight nobody's war, and I really feel like this country, and it's not even about color. It's about just like even classism. This country hasn't done shit for us.
Yo, I told my boss the other day, I don't know what made me think this, but I was like, yo, I think that every person is classist to a degree. Literally every single person ever. Except maybe like an enlightened Buddhist. He's like, I see things as they are.
Once you go through like the fucking race barrier.
Because you kind of like hate the rich, you know what I'm saying?
There's the classism barrier that you have to go through. And so like it's really levels to it.
Or like the rich people are like, think the homeless people are like scum,
not even homeless people. Rich people
like,
think niggas like us. Like people that
it's
like
regular
middle class.
Cats, yeah.
They think we're fucking
like,
mules.
They
think we're fucking... They don't
eat ramen and oatmeal.
They think we're dumb. They think all types of shit, bro. And like that's why again they don't associate with a lot of people. And you have all these people that kind of either get too desensitized or they're too protected and they're too stuck in their bubbles. Therefore, they're not experiencing anything new, so they don't have a real perception on reality. They have their own made-up perception in this little bubble that they live in. Like if you live in the suburbs, for example, you don't see a lot of the shit that's happening in the inner cities. Right. So to you, none of that shit.
That shit doesn't even. Yeah, it's like I don't know about that. Like that's just not even happening. Y'all are just playing the victim.
COVID was the first thing that affected everybody on the same level,
and it's still completely like somehow split everyone in a way that was like, what the fuck?
It's human nature. If you give us a choice, there's gonna always be
stubborn. So many stubborn motherfuckers,
even if you're
bro, like got exposed. Like so much exposing has happened in the last year.
The thing is even if you're good about yourself, at least be considerate for other people.
Right.
You know, because there's kids, there's other older folks and all that. Because again, us humans for some reason, unless something really affects us directly, we don't give a fuck.
Right.
You know, like we don't care about it. But as soon as somebody dies from COVID or get hit by drunk driving or get shot or something, then people are activists for that shit because now it hurts you. It hit at home. But I feel like we all need to like, I don't know, sympathize with people without it affecting us. Like put yourself in other people's shoes without it affecting you. It doesn't have to affect you for you to be, you know, feel for another human. And that's what we're missing.
I feel like suffering is like one of my biggest like inspirations.
Me too. Suffering,
my own grief and
all
like
that.
other people's, but like seeing. Yeah. Or, I'll be at work and just like record a little Snapchat of like a cadence and be like, all right, we gonna remember that.
You're like, I'm gonna keep listening.
Yeah.
All right.
Yo, so my camera died. I planned poorly. My bad.
It's okay.
But
3 days later.
Yeah, right. We just recorded a song and fucking all kinds of shit. But get out of here, doggy. Or I guess you can come in. Come on. Come on. All right. That's up to you. So what were we talking about? We were talking about suffering, suffering being inspiring, yeah, and empathy and shit,
and all that, And so yeah, we were just saying like a lot of people are just desensitized, to just being real humans, because like I guess like the system in America just kind of puts you in a like worry about yourself mind state, worry about other people later. So like it's hard for a lot of people to like feel sympathy and empathize with other people. Or anything, honestly, when they're so distracted with what they got going on.
Facts.
Which, we all fall.
There's a lot. Probably everyone's got some shit going on, yeah.
Literally. And so, I don't know. Right now, though, I just feel like with music is like, for people like us, it's only like, it's just one of the avenues we want to express ourselves. It's like a stepping stone for something bigger that we want.
Right.
And I don't know, maybe I'm just speaking for myself, but I feel like every artist is the same way. We all have like a bigger motive.
Yeah,
and music is just one way for us.
I'm trying to heal people for sure. Use my influence in a good way.
Different phases, but yeah, I don't know. It's just I'm just glad that I'm able to do it. It's not like easy. Like a lot of people think it's just like I don't know, like you just record songs and post them up.
Right.
But it's really like a lot of planning and plotting, lonely nights, like
overthinking.
Overthinking, a lot of anxiety, a lot of just bullshit that you have to deal with. Just to release a song, and then like sometimes when that song doesn't hit how you think it should hit, it hits you hard.
Right. Yeah. What I do is like, was it with the way I dropped it? Should I have promoted it better, or is it the joint? Like,
but everyone has their own like I guess vices and own obstacles that they have to go through. But at the end of the day, like if you really want it, you'll just do it.
Facts. Most definitely. I wanted to talk about maybe like how you got into. Fucking with designing and clothing and shit, and your boys, shout out Low Key, and just explain how that started.
Shout out Ralph, shout out Gabe's. Pretty much, alright, so just like ever since I've been a kid, like, I've been a lot bigger than a lot of other kids, so like I just had to, finesse my own style. Like a lot of shit wasn't my size, so like I just found a tailor, and I would just go to her, have her just like, tailor shit the way that I like.
Right.
And went from there. And so as my style evolved, I guess so did like the designs. And then I just started like, thinking like I could just do certain shit myself. And so, started dabbling in certain things, started seeing different things. I was seeing a lot of kids like my age in like different cities like New York, LA, all that, like making fire like 101 pieces.
Right.
So I just started, making like, sewing things, making, custom shoes for myself, like pretty much anything to make myself unique, and just kind of like express myself in a different avenue. And so fast forward, I'm in the Art Institute. I run into my guy, Rafi. I give him a hat plug. I'm like, I told him like certain hats I don't like. I don't like the fitting of those hats, and I just gave him a different plug. Mm-hmm. And then we just formed a good relationship after, we traded clothes for mutual respect. And then I was just been around, for a long time with those guys. Drew, R.I.P. to Drew, the designer, pretty much just was around until Drew like passed away. And he was a very close friend of all of ours and brought a lot of people together. And pretty much just like, like ask Ralph, and talk to Ralph. And I was just like, I've been a big supporter. I got ideas I would love to like share with you guys, because like I'm all about like open source knowledge with my friends. Anything I know, you're gonna know it. If you
definitely
want or
to
not.
be selfish with wisdom is just
Wisdom,
some bullshit.
yeah,
it's
wisdom.
like inhumane, damn.
Yeah, wisdom, music, all that. Like I just like to share with my pool of friends, and we had a real deep conversation, and he was just like, like, I want you to be a part of the team, and put me as a, marketing director, put me on the marketing side. But the thing is, like, we all help each other design. Like, Rafi right now just kind of took a lead step. He, like, in 1 year, like, pretty much learned how to do everything, and just started, like, making crazy designs. But, like, we all help out. We all put in our inputs. We used to have, like, regular team meetings. We still do, but it's just kind of been, a little, everyone's busy, and we just get together and kind of, like, shoot around ideas, see what people like, see what people don't like, and just go from there. And that's how I got on with the Low Key team, because they're just, like, it's just, they're my friends, and so I wanted to help out. And when they were just like, be part of the team, make it official, I jumped onto that, because I love to help out all my teams,
Right.
all my friends. I have different friends in different avenues, and I just just want to help out in every way I can. And just because, like, we have our own collectives doesn't mean that we can't, like, work together for a common interest.
I was thinking about, like, having, like, a super team of, like, seven cats, and, like, all the parts that it takes to, like, be successful in this realm. Yeah. It's like you need a graphic designer, a business manager, a tour manager, like someone who shops their shit around, and like a music sync, like, to get your shit on, like, Netflix and shit. And then it's like, all right, here's all the jobs. Get 7 cats to be like, all right, who can kind of take on, like, the like, most of the efforts towards getting our shit, like, synced on Netflix shit, or, like, finding avenues that we can promote through. And, like, everyone just kind of does shit for each other. Someone mixes some shit in the exchange for, like, like,
and that'd
a
be
video
fire.
or
And a lot of people
whatever.
think, like, just because, like, we all have different collectives or different, like, teams and stuff, that we all can't work together, or we all can't help each other out in certain things. And that's the thing, like, I have my own label. I have my own thing called Gold. We've been doing that thing for a long time, But, like, if I can help out any of my friends, it's okay. Because I'd rather be like a bench warmer on a championship team than, like, the only baller on a losing team.
Right.
You get me?
For
So,
sure.
like, I'm not, like, all about, I don't need the spotlight. I just need success. And for me, as soon as I get that spotlight, I'll make it work. So, like, it's not about my squad making it first, your squad making it first.
Right.
I just want the light to be here, and whoever's been working is gonna shine. And that's just how I see it, with clothes, with everything.
Whoever pops, just help put
whoever
whoever on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
And
saying?
Sometimes you don't even gotta help put on nobody. You sometimes just that spotlight shines on everyone around you.
Because you already fuck the people you fuck with. At least,
what's understood don't gotta be explained, and that's just how I see it. Like, it doesn't mean that we all have to cancel each other out, and that's what people are seeing. And I feel like it's misleading. And part of it is, like, just humbling yourself and understanding it's not the time for you right now. So, like, if you see someone that needs more help because they're closer, jump onto that. It doesn't mean you're selling out. It just means you're helping someone else, get to the same common goal that you want to get to.
Right.
And that's what I did with that Low Key thing, because they're all really my friends. They're all my brothers.
Right.
And when we lost a friend, it just brought us all closer. So wherever I seen they needed help, I try to jump on, and I try to give ideas. I try to do whatever, and we all do, and this goes for anything. Like, anything I can help out my friends with, I'm gonna give that advice. I'm not gonna just hold something back and just to sabotage someone because I'm not benefiting from it. That just sounds weird.
Yeah.
That's super
some
weird.
weirdo shit.
Yeah, that's some super weird shit. So,
I've been around some cats like that.
Me too. Trust me, I've been around people that I've put to opportunities.
Like, they know better, or like they could put you on to, like, the right
to.
shit, and, like, they're just, like, holding it back because they're
nah.
like, they don't want to see
sabotage.
you win almost. Yeah.
That's sabotage. Like, when people
and,
are doing
like,
shit,
jealousy.
It's envy and all that. And so I just try to, like, help out wherever I can, because, like, I guess I'm just secure in my position in life and who I am. So it really doesn't, like, I don't have no, like, insecurities towards someone else succeeding, because that only motivates me.
Right, it's like, damn, all right, I gotta, like, fucking get on my
shit. Homie did it.
Yeah.
Oh shit, like, I can do it too. You feel me? Like, hell yeah. And so that's why I want to be around, like, people that, like, have like mind. The
make it happen.
Yeah, bro. And I have a group of friends that all, like, I guess, fill in a certain part for me, Like, I have friends for designing, and I love them because I can only go and hang out with them and talk about design. I got friends that are all strictly music. I got friends that, all strictly basketball or whatever. Right. And so just different groups to where, like, you could just go around and, like, get whatever you need from people, because it's kind of like, it feels like I have friends that are, like, my closest friends, and I just feel like I'm annoying them if I'm talking to them about music.
Right.
Because
so like,
it's not their memo. You know, so like then I have friends that all we do when we're around each other, we're talking about music history, we're talking about what we want to do, plans, what we need to be doing as friends. Shout out A-Real, shout out the gang, Zero, all those guys, Reese, and just like I don't know, like I feel like you just got to give yourself different sections, and it all feeds your soul. It all feeds the same machine at the end of the day. It's going to the same thing.
Facts.
And you know, but one thing they all have in common is they're all self-driven.
Yeah.
You know, and so that's all I want is people like that around me, because I just want to get it somehow. All I know is like one way I'm gonna be successful. If it's not the music, it's gonna be the clothes. If it's not the clothes, it's gonna be the jewelry. If it's not the jewelry, it's this, it's that, it's that. Either way, I'm not gonna limit myself. You know, because we can do whatever we want.
Yeah, I'm trying to be on that Renaissance man shit for sure.
And it's okay, like, and this goes to that group thing that I was saying. It's like it's okay, like we can like a bunch of people that are like, you know, their own, like a bunch of pretty much how would you say, like captains can link up and make something great happen. You know, like everyone could just put their egos aside and let's all work, because like, do you want to be a bunch of losers, or we can all just win together and then split up?
Facts.
You know, and that's how my collective is. It's a bunch of like leaders, and they can all have their own groups of people. They can all have their own trends and shit like that. But right now we're all a squad, because it helps. It really helps each individual. Yeah. And then once we get big and we have that platform, everyone splits up and does whatever the fuck they want to do.
It's like artist development time right now, I feel like, and that's especially
it's
helpful to have, you know, homies that are
and it's good to be around people that challenge you, people that make you want to do better, because you know, like what else you gonna be doing? Like if you're not out here like putting in reps, like we were saying earlier, you're not gonna be shit. You're gonna go around a room full of like lions, and then you're gonna be like, oh fuck, like I'm not prepared.
When I was in LA, it was like everyone's like, oh yeah, I'm a singer,
actor,
right? Yeah, exactly.
I can fucking mix, you know. And I remember this thing.
I saw I'm a pro surfer. It's like, oh shit.
I remember this thing. I was reading this tweet, and it was like, you think you're that nigga till you're in LA sleeping in a room full of niggas that can mix, write, produce. Right. You feel me? It's like you go hoop with niggas. Yeah, it's like you're going to hoop. D1. Yeah, it's like you're going to hoop with niggas, and you're only a lefty. Right. You can't use your right hand. They're gonna eat you alive. Yeah. You feel me? So and that kind of made me just want to like hone in more, you know, and like kind of see where my weaknesses are. And you never know where your weaknesses are if you're not always like testing yourself, not putting yourself in uncomfortable positions, if you're not always challenging yourself, if you're not always around people that are always trying to make music and are always got a good pen, you know, like as an artist, you have to do that, you know. Like I want to be in those rooms with like Drake. I want to be in the rooms with all these like crazy writers, just to like kind of measure myself, because at the end of the day, it's a competition sport.
Facts. Yeah. I definitely, I always, every once in a while, I'll just like post on my story, like I got 500 on a rap battle. Just to see.
I was like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Just to test yourself. To see, and that's good. And that's good, bro. Like, and we should all feel that way. Like, we should all feel like, yeah, we're the best. Right. Because, like, if you're not, then what the fuck? And then, like, if you're not around people that all feel that way, what the fuck? You're really not doing yourself any favors. You're just.
That's what I was saying. Like, just being surrounded with, like, yes, man, like, there's a lot of cats, even homies, that they're not gonna all the way tell me if the shit's not like
if it's
slapping
not it or whatever.
Like,
yeah,
this shit's dope for sure. This shit's
dope.
That's
how it is.
I want motherfuckers to
That's how it is.
Dig into it. Tell me what you really think.
When we work, man, like when I work with any of my friends, like even if we're not friends, I'm full transparency. It doesn't matter if it's the engineer. It doesn't matter if something doesn't sound good to me. I'm gonna let you know, and we're gonna figure out a way to fix it. That's just how it is. Even if we gotta stay here all week. Right. You feel me? We're gonna get it done, because at the end of the day, if you really take this shit serious, if you really breathe this shit, it has to be an obsession. Like every little small thing matters, and that's what a lot of these niggas don't understand. Is like they think it's a game, and so you have all these amateur ass niggas and people that are like making music or doing things that give us a bad name, that people that like live and breathe this shit, because they don't take shit seriously. They think it's just all like, you know, spray and pray. You know, when it's not that. When I was saying earlier, it takes a lot of planning, a lot of plotting, a lot of networking. You know, you can have the best music in the world. I know a lot of niggas that got way better music than me, but like their network ain't better than mine. Right. You feel me? And that's the only way I'm moving like that. They're not moving like that. And that's the thing. You gotta play chess. Yeah. You gotta play chess. Like, you know, there's a lot of people like, okay, Thug. You know, Thug ain't the best rapper ever. but he carved his way into history, and he's forever a GOAT for it. And then he became that nigga, you feel me, and worked on his skills through networking and having a good plan. There's a lot of niggas that started off, like when Thug started off, they were 1,000 times better than Thug. Right. But why aren't they here now? Why aren't they one of the most influential artists of the century? Because you made like 1,000
songs, like a month.
Because you didn't network it. You didn't move around. You wasn't at the right place at the right time. You wasn't putting in the initiative. You get me? And then the other person, like the saying that they be saying, when talent, hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work. You feel me? Yeah. And so for me, that's how I'm seeing it. I'm putting in.
There's definitely like there's like the hoopers even the sleeper cell hoopers are like, oh man, I just want to smoke blunts and fuck bitches.
And they got talent, but then you got that nigga that's been working for 2 years straight.
Come through and bust your ass every day.
You get me? And that's what it is, and that goes for everything.
That's like the Kobe story, bro. Yeah. Kobe was definitely like underdog hooper, and then he was just like, nah, raps on me. Just
working,
obsession raps.
Put in them reps until there's this part in your brain right up here that pretty much gives you anxiety whenever you want to perform. Therefore, it hinders you from really, performing your best. But from repetition, from muscle memory, from just doing the thing every day, it kills that anxiety to where it calms that part of the brain to the point where it's like you're meditating,
right?
And then you could just like, when you just be having lyrics flowing and shit, you just like be like, whoa, I don't even know how I came up with that.
It's like, and it's just going. It's like, oh
it's
shit.
Just that state. It's like, and that shit usually happens when you're super comfortable. You've been on a roll. Now imagine you could tap into that state at any time, any place, anywhere.
There's like neuroscience to that shit for sure.
Exactly.
You can make yourself wired to where your dopamine releases when you fucking do hard things. So like when you put your, like that's how it was like evolutionarily, you know what I'm saying? They were like, oh, like they're like walking up the mountain looking for water. You're like, fuck, I'm thirsty. And then you see a trickle. You're like, oh shit, we close. And you get that little boost. And then you get to the water. You're like, oh my God, my God. And that's what it's like.
Through repetition, you can reach that state in anything. And that kind of goes into that 10,000 hour shit. And so like just through repeating and continuously making songs and trying to find different pockets and blah blah blah, you can start getting into any room and you'll just be in your zen because you've already done this thousands of times.
I was considering lately like having a practice. If you're bored for like 10 minutes before doing anything, like if you just sit there and you're bored for 10 minutes and then you do something, you're like, you're in the zone. It's like a little quick meditation that you can do. But I was thinking, like, Kobe has, he steps on the basketball court, he's Black Mamba all of a sudden. So it's like being able to have like that 10 minutes or like a couple minutes where you just kind of are within yourself to where you tap into that personality of yours or that character of yours, you know what I'm saying? Like me, I'm one, like, you get in the booth and you're like, you activate.
Like, for me, when I get into the booth, man, like I'm telling you, like I was telling y'all earlier downstairs in the studio, anytime I'm getting on any song or anytime I'm in any session or writing with anyone, in my head, I'm just like, yeah, I'm the best. I'm about to have the best part.
Right. Gotcha.
Like you just gotta hype yourself. Gotcha. You gotta be your biggest cheerleader. It's no disrespect. And if you feel like, I don't know, like if it makes you feel insecure because people are thinking that way, then it's just like, I don't need to be around you. Because if you feel that way, it doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
You feel me? Because like it is what it is.
Right.
Like who's gonna tell you who you are? You feel me? So if you feel like you're fucking Superman, someone's gonna have to prove you wrong. And as long as you believe that every time you step in, that's how it is. It's like manifesting that energy of just like greatness instead of like, jinxing yourself and putting that anxiety and fear and already, picturing failure. When you picture failure, you're already like set to that. You're in your head. Right. You start pushing towards that and start seeing like everything you want to see, and it's gonna be the wrong thing. But if you're going in there and you only want to see greatness, that's all you're gonna get.
It's just visualizing and
that's it. Visualize, and just you gotta. It's all a mental sport, man. Like you just gotta get in there, and it's okay. Like I was saying earlier, it's okay to feel like I'm the best, or I want to do this, or I want to do that, or just hyping yourself up. And that's fine.
Confidence is the only way you will ever make it in anything.
Ain't no reason to like try to talk down another person or shit on another person or if another person's feeling a certain way, it's not gonna make me feel a certain way. Right. Because I'm in control of myself. They're not in control of me.
In my reflection, like I'll try to reflect like nightly or in the morning at least. Yeah. I'll be like I'll address if I had shit on myself at all. Like if I had talked to myself negatively, be like, yo, like you can't. That's like detrimental to your aligning with your true self, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm like, oh, you stupid piece of shit, like you lose your keys or like your jumper's not landing, you're like, you fucking you be talking shit to yourself. I'm
it's
like,
just you know, mental conspiracies. That's what I was calling them earlier, and that's the thing. Like it's okay to like be critical, and it's okay to do self-evaluations,
right.
But like sometimes when you're just like over here, you know, I guess like feeling sorry for yourself.
Yeah. Is that Jesse? Etta? I mean, oh, what up? What up? It's JD. Hey, just give me 1 second. Go to the studio. All right. I got a couple random questions I wrote down.
Go crazy.
Did you watch cartoons?
Yes.
What's the best cartoons?
Best cartoons? All right, man. So like I grew up on anime. Since Egypt was close to East Asia, like East Asia and all that, we were like a lot of anime. So I was, you know, gotta say Dragon Ball. All right, I gotta say Full Metal Alchemist. All right, gotta throw Naruto in there. All right, let's throw 2 new ones. Let's do Psycho Mob 100, and let's do One Punch Man.
One Punch Man. Sai was talking about One Punch Man.
Yeah, I put a lot of my friends on to One Punch, but
I remember watching like Inuyasha and like Dragon Ball Z. That was like really all I ever watched.
Inuyasha, Yu Yu Hakusho, all that bullshit, like Yu-Gi-Oh, like
Yu-Gi-Oh
whatever.
stuff, yeah.
I literally watched whatever, but I guess I was just always into anime without even knowing it, and so that's just kind of been my thing. I'm into storylines.
Right.
You know, I like deep storylines. I'm also like very appreciative of the art and just like how animation works. So a lot of those fight scenes, a lot of the characters, the character development, it's like awesome. And part of the reason
they're nice with that shit.
Yeah.
they'll make you be connected to those characters. And
part of the reason I threw One Punch Man in there and Psycho Mob is because like they're not so serious. You know, like unlike Superman and shit, where it's just like this crazy. It's like literally ridiculous. Like the writing of the characters is so ridiculous to where it's just funny. It's about, you know, people who are like kind of sleeping on themselves when you're really the GOAT, and no one knows the GOAT. And you're the GOAT because you're so humble, you know. And so like when this nigga's like the most, like, you feel me, like the GOATed nigga in the world, like saving the world and shit. You never get credit for it and all types of shit. And I can relate to that. You know, it's for like the underdogs and all the people that really never get a chance because, like, you know, they're not outspoken or they're too afraid to speak up or they don't want to offend nobody. And there's a lot of people like that.
Right.
You know, and that goes into like even the motto of like my whole little label of gold and shit and all that. So I really do resonate with things like that. I love shows that kind of teach you about, you know, hard work, getting shitted on and working your way through
like
it.
Self-actualization. A lot of that anime shit is like you're learning about your
inner, like the characters always trash.
Yeah.
And then by the end they're just a GOAT.
Nice with it.
Yeah, they're super nice. And it's
nice
just through L's, hella L's. And I love just kind of thinking that way because, like, you know, instead of just always like, you know, Superman just been taking dubs forever, just all bad. You feel me? Can't do that. You gotta.
Would you go ahead?
Nah.
Would you rather own a clothing boutique in LA or New York?
New York.
New York?
Yeah. It's more condensed.
For sure.
You know, LA's like
someone will probably walk by it.
Literally. Yeah. And if it's fire.
Yeah.
It's
just like, if you got to buy like
everyone has
NFT
to walk
on the window.
Everyone has to walk in New York.
Something crazy. Yeah.
You feel me? So like you're gonna be getting customers. LA people have to know.
Right. Facts. Yeah.
There's too many options.
Yeah, facts. Would you rather work with this I feel like is easy, but it was just like a random thing I thought of. Would you rather work with Dr. Dre or Metro Boomin?
I think for the history factor, because we don't have too much time with him, Dr. Dre for sure.
Right.
But my Metro Boomin, you know,
like sonically.
Yeah. But honestly, like, it's just for my own, for the little kid inside me, and it would definitely be Dre, because just for the history factor and just seeing like how hard he would push me.
Right.
What about you though?
Dre,
yeah,
for sure. Yeah.
Nothing on Metro though. I love you, Metro. We gonna work.
For sure. Yeah. Right. Fuck. This was kind of a random, weird one, but would you rather have unlimited shoes for life or like unlimited like hoodies and shirts?
Hoodies and shirts for sure.
Word.
Fuck shoes, bro. You can finesse whatever.
Bro, I feel like shoes. I keep it.
Yeah.
I want the pants, shoes, And then plain top vibe.
Bro,
crazy
you
pants
could go
and
crazy
shit.
with some like based Vans.
Facts.
Literally just some whites, dirty as hell.
Yeah,
just
whites,
put the craziest fits on, bro.
That's
like,
facts.
and it'll still look fire, bro. Shout out to the base guy.
Right, and then we gonna go controversial. We gotta do this one. Tupac, Biggie.
Honestly, everyone that asked me that question, they're the same to me because you're getting two different things from both artists. One's
It's so
a poet,
different. Yeah, it's so different.
One's a rapper,
deliverer.
You know,
yeah.
so it's to
Concrete,
me they're literally on the same pedestal. They're like it's a tie. I can't pick
just name like 5 goats. Doesn't even have to be the top
goats?
5. Just like 5 random goats.
All right, Nas. Let's throw X in there. R.I.P. X. Let's do a Biggie. Let's do a Tupac, and let's throw a dead homie in there. Big L.
Big L, most definitely.
Yeah.
Punchline king,
yeah,
bro.
Punchline king,
he literally
bro.
he has the hardest punchlines.
And
ever,
no, when we talk about Big L, he's so slept on. So I gotta throw Big L in there. R.I.P. Big L. Yeah. You feel me? One of the old school ones.
That's
yes, sir. Drake in there too, but you know that's for later.
Beach or mountains?
Huh?
The beach or the mountains?
Beach.
Facts. I was born in the mountains, but like I yearn for the beach. For sure.
Beach is like, fire, bro. Dope. It's fire. Mountains be getting cold and shit, and like you never know what's on the mountain.
Right.
You feel me? The beach, you could like sit on the sand and just kind of, like you said, get caked up.
Right. Facts. Hey, so foreign girl or foreign car?
The girls come easy. So I'll take the car.
Facts. You can sell it too if you just need some
dough. The car may get you way more.
The car will get you the girl.
Way more girls. Like
just drive it in like Spain or some shit. Just drive that bitch in Spain.
You don't even you drive it up in the street in Fort Collins.
Right. Damn,
you feel me? It's crazy.
They got some stuff. They got it's pretty right.
Because if you have a girl with no car, it's done. It's over with.
Right.
It's done.
It's
done.
Like, no, I got my skateboard. It's like, I can't get on that.
I got a bike.
What?
I'll Uber us. Huh? You gonna lose a lot of money Ubering. But yeah, definitely the foreign car. You feel me? And plus, you can always do car tests.
Right? They probably got the bows. They probably got like the bow system. Like,
put me on. I'm like, let me get all the add-ons.
I
need the good shit. I need the good shit. So that
you gotta hear it on the slappers
exactly.
for sure.
Cruise around the city. You feel me? More motivation. So I feel like it's a better investment.
Yeah, for sure. I'll be leasing my whips. I heard like Warren Buffett say he like only leases whips.
Never use your own money.
Yeah. I was like, word. I was like, oh shit.
My thing is though with the cars, like I just don't like leasing or having long-term commitment. So if I could like just pay for something up front.
Pay like a fat lease or something.
I'll just pay up front. Like, so like
Rick Ross, did you see what he was saying about like doing car shows and that's how he paid off all his cars that he owns?
Even Turo and there's a billion ways to get money now, especially with the internet. You could literally be at home all day.
They got different money. They made up money.
Yeah.
They're like, let's make up some new money.
Yeah. So
this old money. we ain't got a lot of old money. We got a whole lot of new money.
Literally.
Electronic money.
Money's so new I ain't met it yet.
Right. Facts,
literally.
All right. Well, I think that's gonna do it. Bon. Oh, do you want to like? You dropping anything? Drop the socials.
All right, yeah. So
where can
on
you
everything,
reach the boy?
Everything just changed up the name Yo Mazzy on all platforms. Got a rap mixtape coming through EP called what is it called? Hold on. Oh damn. It's called Judgment Day. So yeah, we're dropping Judgment Day and just be looking for the next 6 months to a year, just singles, music all the time, just being active and like we said, putting in them reps.
Bon.
Yes, sirski.
All right, yo. Good shit.
Always. Yes, sirski. Beautiful.